Hey friends, Wayne over here at the Ram Man Inc. Don't forget the ink. So we've done 3 videos this morning on brake system diagnostics. It's a beautiful Thursday morning and I'm making videos to take the load off of poor Kate. Because we get dozens and dozens of phone calls a month with brake problems. And it's never the valve. If you're looking at valves, you're looking in the wrong place. So, like I've said, when you hop in that buggy of yours, I didn't say turn it on, turn the key, start the motor. I didn't say any of that shit. I said when you hop in that buggy and get ready to go somewhere, you press on that brake pedal a couple times. If you get a rock hard pedal, that single event tells you that you have complete and total hydraulic integrity, no leaks, of the entire brake system. I don't care if it's a 70 CUDA, I don't care if it's the space shuttle, I don't care if it's Apollo 11. If you got a rock hard pedal and it won't bleed off, that means you have 100% certainty of complete and total hydraulic integrity. I don't care if that system's 20 feet long. I don't care if it's 2 million miles long. You have no leaks. So, I told y'all how to check a master cylinder. You got to plug the 2 ports. You got to plug the 2 ports, and therefore you've isolated your master cylinder. On a Mopar, the front one is a 9/16 by 20. All you got to do is go to Ace Hardware and get you a bolt, 9/16 by 20. That one right there is a 1/2 inch by 20. So go spend you, I don't know, it's probably about 90 cents now, and get you 2 bolts. When you stick them 2 bolts in there and closed off those ports, you should get a rock hard pedal. No piston movement. Now if you hold your foot on that pedal for 30 seconds or so and you have no bleed off, that means you can build pressure and maintain pressure over time. That's what a hydraulic pump does. That's what any pump does by definition. I don't care if it's the drill pump on your cold beer keg or the pump on that pool you got out back making that water go around. Pumps by definition build pressure and maintain pressure. The only thing on a car that does that's this thing. It's called a master cylinder. This doesn't build pressure. This doesn't build pressure. This builds pressure. So, I done put my bolts in there and sealed these off, and I've done my test, and I find out that, well, Ram Man, it builds up pressure, but if I hold my foot on the pedal, it will slowly go down. Slang term, bleed off. It will go down. It tells us that we've got a small leak in here. The faster it goes down, the bigger the leak. The faster it goes down, the bigger the leak. The slower it goes down, the slower the leak. Which basically means the piston cups got a little bit of blow by past the rubber or a lot. Well, Ram Man, that's great. Now I know that I got me a leak somewhere. So, how the hell am I going to find out where it is? I've been looking for 6 months and still can't fix my damn brakes. That's why I'm calling you. I've called everybody I know, my mama, my daddy, my friends, my ex-wife, my forum. I've spent 6 weeks on the forums and I'm so confused I don't know what to do. Well, I'm going to tell you what to do. So, we got a master cylinder that won't seem to hold pressure. So, how do we find out whether it's the front or the back? How do we find out? Well, that means we'll be alternating and checking the system by plugging off the lines. So, we had our bolts in here. Remember? We checked our master cylinder. We plugged them both. Now what we gonna do is we gonna leave the bolt in one, and we gonna hook the brake line back up in the other one. We gonna hook the brake line back up in the other one. If you can't build up pressure, or it continues to bleed off when you pump that brake pedal and you hold your foot on there and it continues to bleed off, then it's this system. On a more powerful, then it's the back brakes. You got you a leak or a problem in the back brakes. Because you got this one closed to the front. So he ain't doing anything, can't do anything. But you moving fluid out of this one. And it's leaking. You just proved it to yourself. You just visually proved it to yourself. You don't need to be ASE. You don't need to be shade tree to figure that out. It's in the rear brakes. Close that one off. Hook the brake line back up. And you got hard brakes. So now all of a sudden, you got a bolt in that one, and you got that one hooked up, and now all of a sudden, you got hard brakes, and the pedal doesn't go down, and the pressure doesn't bleed off. Guess what that means? That means that this front circuit, with 100% certainty, you ain't got to ask Joe Bob, the wife, or the dog. The front circuit's good and has no leaks. So, you've just double verified that you got a problem here. Wow. My old man tried to learn me, tell me simple things. I was so fucking hard-headed I didn't listen to nothing. And he told everything in a very simple, concise way. Even though he's a 3-time engineer at A&M. I hope you're not as hard-headed as I am. I hope that these 4 videos will help you and guide you into solving your problem and getting rid of that anxiety about not being able to find the problem. Can't get any qualified help because they don't know what they're doing, whether it be a shop, an individual, or what. Brake system diagnostics, it's the easiest thing in the world to do. It's the easiest thing to do. Because it's one of the few things that the eyes tell you everything. Your eyes will tell you every single thing you need to know. God bless you. God bless America. And happy Moparin.